Hey guys, what's going on? I have a Black Ops review for you guys right here, and I'm gonna talk about the multiplayer. Only the multiplayer. I'm not talking about the story. I'm sorry. For those of you who like story, talk about the story. I'm not gonna talk about it. But I feel this is a good time to do the multiplayer review. I'm gonna try to keep this as short as I possibly can, but there's a lot to talk about, so just further warning. As we all know, Christmas came, and with Christmas we come the magical gifts of Christmas noobs. And a lot of people don't like Christmas noobs. I actually personally love Christmas noobs. Some of my best friends were Christmas noobs. I enjoy the Christmas noobs, alright? And with that, the community kind of solidified itself as to what it's going to look like for the next couple months. Which is probably when I can review the game again. Because obviously multiplayer changes, community changes, trends start. The game itself is Call of Duty. And what I mean by that is it's a fast-paced, highly customizable, random pick-up-and-play first-person shooter. It's just the game that you can pick up, you can do whatever you want, however you want, and that's pretty much it. Unless you want to drive something, because you can't drive anything in this game. I think a gunship, but aside from all that, it's basic. You got your maps, you got your guns, and you got all the other shit that goes with the game. You got your equipment, you got your face paint on your dude, you got your perks, and you got your attachments for your guns. You got your title and your emblem, and you got all this stuff that you can do. There's just so much stuff that you can do as far as customization is considered. It's a little ridiculous, honestly. It's a little overwhelming when you look at it at the beginning. When you just get there, you're like, I gotta do this and this and this, and you just gotta stop for a second, calm down, and actually just take it as it comes. The first change that a lot of us are going to notice, those of you who have not played, or those of you who are just wondering what I noticed, is the fact that you no longer have to sit there and wait till level 50 to get the perk that you like. You're not going to unlock Dead Silence at like level 42 anymore. What you can do now is you can buy stuff, and this is with Call of Duty currency, COD currency. You get this for just basically playing the game. You can also get it from completing contracts, which are just like challenges in the game. For example, like you gotta get like 10 kills in Search and Destroy within a half an hour of game time. You know, something like that, and it'll give you some COD points, it'll give you some experience. But basically that's how you acquire things now. That's how you get your classes set up. You literally buy everything in this game. That's what Call of Duty currency has done. It's a little different. You still have to wait for levels to unlock certain guns, but once you unlock them, you have to buy the gun, which is kind of stupid. It doesn't make any sense because they said that you're going to have to buy everything, but it's kind of like, okay, so I got to the level and I unlocked the gun, but now I have to pay for it? It's kind of stupid. The same thing with the perks. When you get a pro perk, you have to buy the pro perk. So, like, you've already bought the regular perk for like 2,000 COD points. Then you got to go back and you got to go to that perk in your creative class. It doesn't automatically turn into a pro perk. You got to go into your creative class, you got to go to the perk, you got to select it, then you got to buy it again as the pro version, and it costs like 3,000. So I think that's really stupid. I don't think that makes any sense at all, but whatever. It's Call of Duty. It always has those things that just don't make any sense, and that's one of them. Mismanagement of COD points. The other thing is you lose all of your COD points when you prestige. So it's kind of like you want to save them up, you don't want to save them up, spend them while you have them, I guess. The reason why I know this is I prestiged yesterday, and I made sure, my friends told me, like, spend your COD points, because I don't really spend any COD points or anything, so I had like 120,000 saved up, and I literally had to go. I bought like every emblem piece and every background, and I just bought like random stuff. I was being stupid with my COD points, like it really matters anyway. But Call of Duty points really change up things, because they allow people to customize a lot quicker, that's about it. Not differently, but quicker. You don't have to sit there and go through the challenges and the monotony of that. Some people like that though, and some people were upset by the fact that you can buy everything now. Some people like to get things and show off and be like, oh look, I got this, I used my skill to get this. But others would boost for it, and that's, honestly, I think Treyarch, that was a combatant for the boosters out there. I think they were just flipping the boosters the bird and saying, you know what, screw you guys, because now nothing's special. But unfortunately, like I said, nothing's special anymore. You don't feel like you're better than a guy because you have a certain title or a certain emblem, or You know, maybe you didn't before, but some people actually did. Some people were like, look at my title, I'm a badass. But it doesn't really matter. It's a title in a game, and it's not real life. And it's not like you're walking around with that on your shirt, and people are like, oh man, that guy's a beast because he has a spinning nuke thing on his shirt. Yeah, he's a badass. Like, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Just play the damn game. For the people that are complaining about, you know, lack of challenges or whatever, there are still plenty of challenges. You actually have challenges still. It's just that you don't have like these challenges that require you to get a certain amount of kills to get a certain attachment or a certain camo. So it's a little different. You still have challenges for your pro perks. You still have challenges as far as like just using a gun. You'll get points for using a gun a lot because you'll obviously get the marksman challenges. You just won't get anything for it except XP. You know what I mean? But that's the major change they made to the game. But other than that, it's basically Modern Warfare 2 with different maps, different guns, and you know, a couple different features. And another different feature that I want to talk about right now is the theater mode. I think this is very useful for Call of Duty. A lot of us have random stuff happen to us all the time, or just a lot of us go on beast mode and we want to record it, we want to save it. And they give us the option to save this now. They give us the option to go back, watch our previous games. I think it holds like a good 30 or 40 games. It holds a little bit of games. It holds games from like a week. For a week, it holds your games. That's a lot of games. And so you can go back. You can like make them into clips. You can edit them. I would compare this theater mode more to Halo's theater mode than to Uncharted 2's theater mode. It's more of an uploading thing. You can upload them to the Call of Duty servers, and there's actually a way to connect it with YouTube, and you can get it on your YouTube channel, which I will probably end up doing. But I don't know, because I might get that PVR, and then I won't even need to do that. But I don't know if you can commentate over it or anything like that. But I do know that you can go and you can cut up segments, you can put them together. You can go slow mode, you can go fast mode. You know, it's basically a basic editing system. It's pretty cool though. It's kind of convenient having your controller instead of a keyboard in front of you. In my opinion, I like controllers better because I just use that more. But the theater mode is really cool. It's actually useful because you get to share moments with your friends that you could just laugh about or be like, oh crap, he's badass, you know. Like yesterday, for example, we were playing Search and Destroy, and my friend wanted the bomb. My friend, he was a Christmas noob, and he wanted the bomb, so he was like, I'm getting the bomb, I'm gonna get the bomb. And he ran up, he was like, I got the bomb. And another friend of mine dove right in front of him and got the bomb right before he could run up and get it. And it was literally like a photo finish how he got the bomb. So he went back and edited the video and actually like moved around and showed us how close it was, and we were just laughing about that for like 30 minutes. It was hilarious. So, I mean, it's just those random moments, like a dude's chasing you around with a flamethrower, and you can go up and look how he was just chasing you with it. It's just good. Theater mode is a great addition to Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is just a really random game. It can be very hilarious at times, and it can also be a good tool for people who are more serious about it, editing and whatnot. So, I think I applaud them for that. That was a ballsy move, and that's what I mean by this being the ballsiest Call of Duty in recent memory, because it changes things. One thing that it did not change is the way that the, well actually no, it changed this a little bit too. The maps. I want to talk about the maps. The maps are a little different in the fact that I think they're a little more intricate than Modern Warfare 2's. I think that Modern Warfare 2's maps lacked a little bit as far as the level of depth in them. But these maps on Black Ops, there's a lot more stuff you can climb. I'm really surprised at how much stuff you can climb. I was tripping out at like half the things you could climb up. I was like, that's cool, that's awesome. You don't get spawn trapped as much in this game. You don't have like this one route you have to take. You can take multiple routes. You can go, there's like sub routes. You can go like left, but then you can break off to the right and the left and the right. It's just very intricate. I enjoy that about the maps on this game, and they're just really good. I don't want to sit here and talk about the maps for 30 minutes, but I will tell you that there oftentimes you'll be able to flank your enemy. You'll be able to do what you need to do. If you communicate with your teammates, you should be able to handle any map. There won't be like this, oh, they spawned on the good side or anything like that. It's not like that in this Call of Duty. From what I've noticed, all the maps are pretty balanced. The same can be said about the weapons, with the exception of a few, which I will talk about, and I will point them out for those of you who want to exploit them or those of you who want to add to the complaining. The weapons are awesome. There's a lot of them. There's about 40 or 50 of them. There's a lot of weapons, including equipment and secondaries and specialties and all that stuff. Man, there's a lot of assault rifles. There's a lot of submachine guns. There's about 5 sniper rifles, about 4 or 5 shotguns, and 4 LMGs. So you're talking about some serious heat. You're talking about a very lengthy arsenal where you can use any gun that you want. The cool thing about the guns in this game, though, that I noticed right off the bat is even if 2 guns are in the same class, like say 2 submachine guns, they both have different types of attachments they can have. And like for example, AK-74U and the MP5K, they're both submachine guns, but AK-74U can have a grenade launcher or it can have like a grip on it, but the MP5K can't. It can't have those attachments on them. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty ridiculous when you think about it, because you get down to the nitty gritty and you could really customize your gun, especially now that you buy the attachments. You don't have to sit there and wait. So I think that's pretty cool. Good little feature they've got going on there. The other thing that you'll notice with the guns is, like I said, they all seem relatively balanced. They don't seem like any of them is overpowered, with the exception of the 2 I'll talk about right now. And like, okay, I like to run around and pick up guns because I like to prove this. I don't like to just say it. When I've been playing lately, especially the last couple days, because I knew I was going to do this review, I've been running around picking up any gun I find. If I haven't used it, I pick it up and I start using it. And I've noticed that I can relatively get kills normal with any of the guns. But it does not mean that they all feel the same, because they do not all feel the same. Some of them feel more beefier. Some of them have less of a fire rate, so you have to get the jump on somebody. Some of them are really powerful, but they're not really accurate. There's different strengths and there's different weaknesses for every gun, and I think that is really evident in this game a lot more than Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 really wasn't that evident that any gun had a strength or a weakness, especially the sniper rifles, because you had the quick scoping like crazy. But in this game, the quick scoping is not quite there. There are some people running around quick scoping still, and for those of you who are about to quick scope, I do not salute you, because I do not like quick scoping. I think it's stupid. And when I get a final kill cam and I'm sniping and someone says, "Oh, you're a hard scoper," I want to punch that person, because that is just the stupidest thing. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, you're not going to use a scope on your gun. There's a big ass scope in front of you for a reason, and the guy's like halfway across the map. You're not going to use it. Yeah, okay. But the only guns that I've seen that are a tad on the ridiculous side, the AK-74U and the Galil, or the FAMAS. Those are the 3 actually. There's 3 guns that really stand out. And to prove, well, I'm basing this off of popularity. These are the 3 most popular guns that I see all the time, and deaths by them. I've checked. Those are the top 3 guns that have killed me. Those are the top 3 guns that have killed my friends, and those are the top 3 guns that kill the most people. When you look on a lobby, you can check a person's stats like really, really deep. You can check like what gun they use the most, and I've noticed that a lot of people use the 74U the most. And then from personal usage, I picked it up a couple times, and I was just thinking to myself, I don't deserve these kills because this is just too damn easy. So that's just how it is. But we all know there's always a god gun in Call of Duty. It was the MP5 in Call of Duty 4. It was the MP40 in World at War. It was the UMP45 in Modern Warfare 2, and now we got the AK-74U. So what do? We just play the game, and that's it. But it's not like ridiculous. So it's manageable, but it gets a little annoying at times, because once you get killed by that gun, you have these bullshit moments where you're like, that's bullcrap. He shouldn't have killed me. He didn't deserve that kill. But they happen with that gun more than any other gun. Last but not least, I want to talk about the kill streaks. And the kill streaks are overpowered as usual for the last 2 titles. And I say they're overpowered because there's a couple things that are stupid as far as the kill streaks. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, at least they were manageable. If you had cold-blooded, none of them can kill you. In this one, if you have cold-blooded, or if you have Ghost Pro, which is cold-blooded pro, you still can get killed by a couple of them. you'll still get killed by RC cars, and you'll still get killed by dogs. The dogs are overpowered because they're 1 bite kill. I remember in World at War, they were manageable because they were 2 bite kill. They're like, alright, we'll bite you twice and you're dead. So you can still get bitten once and then knife it. In this game, you're done because there's a lot of them and they bite you once and you're dead. And they're very fast. And then obviously any gunship, the Huey or the gunship, anything that's controllable and you can fly it around, or like you're up above and you're controlling the gun, that's overpowered. If it's not an AI controlled kill streak, honestly, with the exception of the dogs, I think it's an overpowered kill streak. That's just my opinion. I don't like it. But people seem to enjoy it, and that's cool. That's the game. The kill streaks are not game breaking in any way compared to Modern Warfare 2. They're not as bad as Modern Warfare 2, and they are shot down just as easily in this game, I would have to say. So it's not that huge of a deal. And as far as rating the game, I would honestly, out of a scale of 1 to 10, 1 obviously being the worst, 10 being the best, I would have to say that this game is about an 8.75, maybe a 9. And the reason why I say that is because it's had its fair share of problems. There are still some BS moments here and there, and there are still a couple of issues they need to address that's holding this back from being the second coming of Modern Warfare 1, which in my opinion is the greatest Call of Duty they've ever released. And I still play it like on the regular. I have a friend who like purposely will not play Black Ops. He's like anti-Black Ops, and so he plays Modern Warfare 1 all day, and he always asks me to go play, so I'll go play with him occasionally. But as far as this game is very good. I recommend it for anybody who likes Call of Duty. And note that I am very critical when I play games because I want my money's worth. So take into consideration that an 8.75 from me is probably a 10 from another person. So you guys enjoy the game. Those of you who don't have the game, I do recommend to buy it because I really enjoy it. I like it a lot. I have lots of fun playing the game. I love it. But it's just not perfect, and I know it's not perfect. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you like Call of Duty, it's your game. Trust me, it's your game. If you play Call of Duty, if you've played it before, you're going to love it. So just check it out and enjoy it. I mean, yeah. So you guys have a nice day.